Okay, so I am currently making a spreadsheet for all of the quote unquote levels, right? So I started learning how to code today, and I kind of got stuck on like the first part, but then I eventually figured it out. It's just the layout from the video from the guys what's it called, visual, what's it called, um why don't you show me what it is yet? Just show me tell me what it is. Whatever. But the visual studio thing. Fuck, hold on. I forgot the name of it. Okay, yeah, yeah. So the 2 hour long video that I was watching to learn how to code, um, specifically in Python, because it's a beginner friendly coding language, and it's pretty. Not that it's simple so far, but I'm understanding what every little bit means slowly. Um, but from Visual Studio Code, that's what it is. That's what it's called. But I'm pretty much just gonna end up just doing a text based game, and after I do all the text and finish the entire thing, I still have to go back and make it look kind of nice to where it's. I mean, it's gonna be just text, but I have to. I don't know. I'm probably gonna make the background like black or something, and then so the way it kind of starts is you put in your username, and then well, it says welcome to the tower, and then you put in your username because it asks who are you, and then who are you, then you put your username in, um, and I'm probably gonna figure out how to put in some restrictions for the username so that you can't make some like goofy bullshit for the username, because I'm probably gonna try and make this carry on to the rest of the games. Maybe so much so that I end up just updating the game at the very end, or I do the questions and the answers stuff, and then at the on the 101st tower, it's the board games like the chess game, and the shapes, and then numbers prosper for world domination. But I'm gonna need help to make those because I have no idea how to make them, and I've tried, but it's just too fucking difficult. So for now, I'm just gonna do a text game because I know how to do text, and it's just print and then words, you know. And then there's kind of like three varying ways to put in the question, or to not put in the question. What the fuck? Um, to actually no, that's kind of dumb. Wait a minute. No, you would just select the question. You wouldn't put in the question into text. Never mind. So I kind of have to erase that. I have that in my. I'm staring at the notes right now. So the three question that you would ask the whoever you're talking to is, what is your purpose, what are you, and where are you? Wait, no. Yeah. What are you and where are you? I mean, there's no need to put who are you because the name's already there. Um, but yeah, and then I'll have the answers for it and everything, and nice lengthy text. Pretty good at that. Writing walls of text. um, but yeah, so on the spreadsheet. I'm currently on floor 4, room 22, and so far that's literally all I have. So I have from floor 1, room 1, to down to floor 4, room 22. There's meant to be 100 floors, so it's gonna take a while, and then I have to still go through and put in the questions and the answers. Well, the questions I already have. I just put Q1 who, answer 1, Q2 purpose, answer 2, Q2 what is it, Q2 where, and then answer 3, just so I know like which questions are referring to and then what answer I need to put there. And I'm hoping that the spreadsheet actually it lets me put in the entire text. I'm hoping, but if not, then I'll end up just putting in my notes or something. But yeah, so this is probably gonna take me the rest of the day to just simply fill in the first column, and then I have to still go through and figure out what NPCs I'm going to put in here. Because I have a lot of saved posts on Twitter that I still have yet to give names and shit for and backstories for. But I have a lot that I do have names and backstories for. I still have to organize a timeline. I roughly know the timeline from all my posts, but I have to put them in proper order. This is going to take a long time. This is going to take a very, very, very long. I mean, it might take me like a month or so. Because it's all just text. It's just a lot of the stuff is scattered everywhere. So yeah. But yeah. On the upside, once it's all finished, I can just release it. Probably just going to put it on itch.io. And then once people donate enough and I can pay someone, or I can get the money to start a company and pay someone to actually make the other games, then I can then I'll probably take it down from itch.io and then put it up on Steam. With the additional game. So basically have the exact same game the way it is now, or the way it will be in the future, and then have the 3 games at the end up there, basically. So yeah. And then what I would end up doing is probably where like you have the standard, like the chess pieces that I have with like the 12 pieces total, and then the 12 pawns, and you go back and forth. But I have an extra layer where once you lose a piece, you can then choose one of the 10,000 characters that you met before you got up to the 101st floor to then switch out. So basically, once, let's say like you lose a pawn, okay, you can switch that pawn out with another character from one of the other floors, basically. So yeah, basically yeah, and then those would act as your pieces, But so essentially, you would have to choose wisely from like the 12 different pieces, and I don't know how many rounds. That would be a good chunk of rounds to end up using all 1,000 pieces, and then by the end of that, then that would determine who wins, basically. So yeah, and then I don't know I guess it would be more interesting if it was purely single player, for like you basically play against an AI. Um, yeah, you play against an AI, and then yeah, and then you basically have to win most of the rounds. Or basically, yeah, you have to win 51% of the rounds for you to then um, have access to the multiplayer section, basically. Which I don't know how long that would take. I don't know how long it would take someone to go through all of the rounds in the first place, and then at that be able to win all of them too, because it wouldn't take you long to figure out. I mean, the hard part would be figuring out every piece and how they move, basically, because you have 1,000 different, or you have 10,000 different pieces, plus the initial 13 pieces, because you have 12 unique pieces and then one pawn. Well, no, actually, technically no. You just have 12. Never mind. No, because there's 2 rooks. Yeah, there's 2 rooks and then there's 12 pawns. So you'd have the 11 unique pieces on the back row and then 12 pawns. So you'd end up really just needing to know the moveset for 12 pieces. No. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. 12 pieces plus the 10,000 initial pieces, pretty much. And yeah. But this is meant to lay the groundwork for, and this is also just I get so like I liked the idea of having like like the difficulty thing in games, easy, medium, hard. So I liked the idea of having those as the names of different modes. So I came up with. I mean, it's kind of lazy. I feel like this kind of commentary on like my entire story process, but a lot of it is just like knockoff or like lazy shit. In my opinion, I feel like I'm lazy, or it's just kind of like barely altering what I'm referencing. But so it would basically be um Edium, medium, and hedium. Basically, I know it sounds stupid. At least I don't know. I liked it, but I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't really matter actually. Um, but basically, EDM would be just purely like the way chess works. You take a piece and that's it, basically. And then medium would be similar system, but you would have access to weapons. So whatever the weapons are that each character has. So like a knight, they have a sword, or they have two swords. A rook has shields, so on and so forth, right? Bishop has a magic staff, right? The difference is that, like in this case, it would just be a staff; it wouldn't be magic staff yet. But in the medium section, the or no, in the EDM section, the only piece that would have glowing eyes would be um, that would have glowing eyes. Yeah. The only two pieces that would have glowing eyes would be the queen and the goddess piece, and they would have two different color eyes, red and blue. Um, Also, recently I watched, or yeah, in this point in my life, there's a lot of information that you can kind of tell by just looking at all of my shit. Um, but you're able to tell. Hunter x Hunter, JJK, a bit of Naruto. Um, yeah, and there's other stuff, and then plus like a lot of the obvious references, in terms of like game modes and stuff. But yeah, and then the medium mode, everyone have access to their weapons, and the bishop's eyes would be glowing, but they wouldn't have access to their magic yet. And the queen and goddess's eyes would stop glowing because they essentially transferred their magic to the bishops, or the bishop. Well, in this case, I mean the bishop and I believe Prince number one. I forget which one, but yeah. There's two different iterations of both the princess and the prince. That's because they're kind of both of them in two separate in 2 points in their life. One where the prince is getting trained by the bishop, and the other one's where the prince is getting trained by I forget if it's oh yeah, one by the queen, and then the bishop, and then on the princess end, she gets trained by the knight as well as the rook at two different points in her life. Um, so yeah, and then hard or hedium would be weapons plus magic. So I would then incorporate my magic system into it, which I'm very proud of it. I am very, very, very proud of it. It's gone through like a bunch of different, or well, not a bunch, but a few different iterations, and I like it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so you can see it there. Um, Floor 4, room 22. But yeah, and then you can ask it three different questions, or you can ask the person in the room three different questions. What's your purpose? What are you? And where are you? Um, and yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a long time. But luckily, I mean, just the best part about this whole thing is I feel proud of myself doing this, and I'm finally actually moving forward and making the game. Basically, I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm not thinking about anyone else. Just this game. That's it. 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 You know. But I also need to check to my mom so that she can help me get my birth certificate, because I don't know where the fuck she is, and she seems to be the only one that can help me. It's either that, or I'm gonna have to find one of those like agencies or like charities or the people that help you get identification without you having anything, basically. Because yeah, like she's the only way I can do it. Because the only way for you to get documents is to go to the DMV or go to in this case, the library place in Dallas to get a birth certificate. But I've already tried through my dad, and that shit doesn't work. So I have to go to my mom, and if I can't even get in contact with her, then I have to go to an agency or go to whoever the fuck does it and get the shit without having anything, you know? And the sad part is that probably requires money, and I don't have anything right now. But yeah, anyways, that's it. Whoever you are, have a good day. Bye-bye.